We're standing at the Davidson Center in the old city of Jerusalem. Towering tens of meters above us is the western wall of the Temple Mount. These are the remains of Jerusalem's second temple, first built by Jewish returnees to Zion in the 6th century BCE and later renovated by King Herod in the 1st century BCE. I'm standing in the middle of an ancient Jerusalem street, a street that was walked by the city's inhabitants as well as the many pilgrims who visited Jerusalem during this period in order to fulfill the commandment of pilgrimage to the temple. They walked hundreds and thousands of kilometers to arrive here, coming from far-off places such as Babylon, North Africa, Syria, and also Asia Minor, to offer sacrifice in Jerusalem. The most impressive sight at this excavation site is without a doubt the great pile of fallen stones lying on the ancient street. This mound of giant stones originally covered the entire street. It was decided to leave at least part of it in place to illustrate the intensity of the severe destruction experienced by Jerusalem in 70 AD during the Roman conquest. Until the Great Revolt against the Romans broke out in 67 AD, Jerusalem enjoyed an unprecedented period of growth and prosperity. The city expanded further and further. 3 walls were built. An impressive system of aqueducts brought it water. There were palaces and magnificent houses. But the diamond in the crown, the most important focal point of the city, was the Holy Temple, which attracted a great many pilgrims. The Romans came to Jerusalem in 70 AD to end the revolt that had broken out a few years earlier. Tens of thousands of soldiers marched on the city from every direction. It was a cruel and devastating siege. Josephus Flavius, Yosef ben Matityahu, tells that on the mouth of Av, the Romans breached the Temple Mount and set fire to the temple. Titus ordered his soldiers to wipe Jerusalem completely off the face of the earth, to a point that anyone who will come here in the future will be unable to tell that the city once stood in this place. And indeed, archaeological evidence of the destruction of Jerusalem is clear and plainful. They can be found in many of the excavation sites from after 1967, when Israeli archaeologists began digging in Jerusalem. This, for example, is why a layer of the destruction was discovered at all of Professor Nachman Avigad's excavation sites in the Jewish Quarter. Especially well known is the burned house, the home of one of Jerusalem's wealthy families, discovered under a cloth of ash, some 6 meters below the street level. Here, standing before us, is among the clearest and most difficult evidence of the destruction. After the destruction and the burning of the temple, the Roman soldiers threw these giant stones, which had until then stood at the top of the western wall, having them one after the other until they covered the streets. The stones stayed in this place until Israeli archaeologists began excavating the ruined following the 6-day war and the unification of Jerusalem. They decided to leave at least some of the stones in place, covering the ancient street, to remind us of the devastating destruction that Jerusalem went through the year 70 AD.